Hi there, this is Monica, and today I want to share with you 10 idioms that will really help you boost your informal language and that can be used in any informal situation. If you're interested, keep on watching. One of the main problems that I see with my students is that whereas they really use very nice formal expressions and structures when they are speaking or writing, when it comes to the informal language, such as an email or an informal letter, they really struggle finding the everyday expressions that will give them that informal touch, okay? So obviously we all know that it's not the same when we are speaking at someone at a job interview than, for example, when we are having a drink with our friends in a pub. So we don't expect anybody to say to your best friend in a pub, well, you know, nevertheless, okay, last but not least, it doesn't really go, okay? So in this video, I want to give you 10 idioms that will help you give you that informality, okay? So in this video, we are going to learn 10 idioms that will help you transform your vocabulary into a more informal or colloquial language. So all these idioms have one thing in common, and is that they share a food name in the idiom, okay? But these idioms or these expressions have nothing to do with food or with eating. Okay, let's get started. Okay, the first idiom is to spoon feed, to spoon feed, okay? Literally, this verb means to give food to a baby with a spoon. But when we use it in an informal way as an idiom, it means when somebody, for example, helps us a lot and doesn't let us the opportunity to do it for ourselves, okay? So we are not independent. So for example, one example could be, my mom always spoon-fed me when I was young. So when I moved out, I found it really difficult living on my own. Another example would be, our teacher always spoon-feeds us dates and figures without having any opportunity for discussion. The second idiom is to sugarcoat something. To sugarcoat something. So literally, to sugarcoat means to cover food with a layer of sugar. But if we use it as an idiom, to sugarcoat something means to make something more pleasant or more positive than it really is. Examples. She has very strong opinions and she doesn't try to sugarcoat them. Another example, don't try to sugarcoat it. I know that he wants to break up with me. Okay, so in Spanish we would say something, no me lo pintes bonito, okay, no me lo pongas así de bonito, okay, don't try to sugarcoat it. The third idiom is a couch potato, okay? Let's remember that a couch is a synonym for sofa in American English. So imagine a potato sitting on a sofa. Well, it's not a very pleasant view, okay? But we say this to someone that spends too much time sitting on the sofa watching television, okay? So you can tell your friend, come on, stop being a couch potato and come with me to the gym, okay? So couch potato. So the fourth idiom is the apple of my eye, okay? We use the apple of my eye to call your favorite person or the person that you love the most, okay? So for example, her granddaughter is the apple of her eye. It means that her granddaughter is her favorite person in the world. In Spanish, we say, la niña de mis ojos. So where does this expression come from, the apple of my eye, okay? Why apple? Well, this is trivia information. In Old English, okay, the area of your eye that is round and dark, okay, nowadays it's called pupil, okay? But in the old times, it was called the apple, okay? So basically, if you spend a lot of time with a person and if you really like the person, that person's reflection would be in the apple of your eye, in your pupil, a lot of times because you really like that person. So that's why they started to say, oh, he's the apple of my eye, because that person's reflection was in my eye all the time because I loved looking at them. Okay, so that's where it comes from. Interesting, isn't it? Another idiom is to pay peanuts. To pay peanuts. To pay peanuts means to pay a very small amount, okay? So for example, you can say, when I was studying at college or at university, I was getting paid peanuts. It means that my salary was really, really low. The sixth idiom is you can't have your cake and eat it too. This is an interesting expression because let's think. You can't have your cake means you can't have the cake intact without eating it, and then you can't eat it too. So basically, if you want to eat it, you cannot keep your cake. You either eat it or don't eat it, but you cannot have the two, okay? So one example would be, he works so hard to pay for that fancy house that he has no time to spend with his family. So you can't have your cake and eat it too. Okay? In Spanish we have the translation, which is no puedes estar en misa repicando. It means that you cannot have two things at the same time. Okay? You have to choose. Well, I have a confession to make. I love cakes. And that's why I have one more idiom with cake. Okay? The 7th idiom is that takes the cake. That takes the cake. This is an American English expression. Again, an idiom that is very informal. This is an expression that you use when someone has done something stupid or rude or selfish and you want to show your surprise, okay? And it's a little bit disapproving, okay? So you can say, for example, okay, he has made terrible mistakes lately, okay? But this one takes the cake, okay? This one is the worst, okay? So in Spanish we say, bueno, esto es el colmo, okay? We have a series of bad things happening, but the last one is the one that takes the cake, okay? Very useful indeed. Okay, the 9th idiom is to walk on eggshells. To walk on eggshells. Now, we know what is an egg, is this, okay? And the shell is the outer layer, the skin of the egg, okay? So imagine that you had to walk on a lot of eggshells, okay? How would you walk? You would walk very carefully not to hurt yourself, okay? So when we are walking on eggshells, what we mean is that we need to be very, very careful not to offend anyone or not to do anything wrong. So for example, you can tell your partner, well, you know what? When your father is staying at our house, I feel that I need to be walking on eggshells. It means that I need to be really careful with what I say or what I do so that maybe he would get angry or upset, okay? So in Spanish we say andar con pies de plomo. Okay, I lied. The last one was not the last idiom related to cakes, okay? I have another one. The 8th idiom is to eat humble pie, okay? To eat humble pie. When do we eat humble pie? When we have to apologize and say that we are sorry, okay? After a humiliating situation or an embarrassing situation, okay? We have to openly say that we are sorry for something that we said or something that we did. So for example, after boasting that he was going to win the gold medal, okay, he had to eat humble pie when he came last in the race, okay? So imagine, it's a bit of an embarrassing situation because you said that you're going to be number 1, the winner, and then you were the last one in the race, okay? It's a very embarrassing situation. So when you say that you are sorry openly, okay, you are eating humble pie. In Spanish we have a similar one that says te tienes que tragar tus palabras o te tienes que comer tus palabras, okay? So to eat humble pie. And the last one is to cry over spilled milk. To cry over spilled milk. We use this expression when something has happened and we cannot change it, okay? So we are regretting something that we have done in the past, but there is nothing that we can do to change it. So for example, you're talking to your mom and you tell her, oh my God, yesterday, mom, I insulted my boss, okay? And then your mom says, listen, okay, don't worry, don't cry over spilled milk. What is done is done. We cannot change it, okay? So there is no use crying for something that cannot be undone, okay? Well, that's the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching it. I hope you liked it. I hope that you found these expressions useful, and most importantly, that you use them the next time that you have the opportunity. Anytime that you have to write an informal email, or the next time that you have to write an informal letter, or the next time that you have a conversation with friends or family, remember to use any of these expressions. They are very adaptable and they can be used in almost any situation. They really make a difference. So thank you so much. If you like the video, please like it. And if you like the videos that I'm uploading, please subscribe to my channel, and you can also follow me in Instagram. Thank you so much and take care. Bye bye.